it's a pretty substantial unit, it's Redwood Elgar. You don't just fit into that stall. So we started the entrance of the home straight, first time this afternoon. The Read Hollie Doyle's column and at theraces.com handicap, 1 mile, 1.5 furlongs, and they all leave the stalls. Rousted along Alpine Mistral is a little slow to gather stride. Amongst those that are well out, Sir Edward Elgar moving forward with Pretty Sweet, and wide out, the First King in the lime green colours is going to cross right over and maybe, certainly dispute, maybe even take the lead. The rail held by Sir Edward Elgar, so moving alongside is the First King. Pretty Sweet can drop onto their tail. Just behind these in the striped colours is Dahir as they turn away, and the pace appears a generous one as they string out. Fiero Speed races in 5th place, currently on the inside of Remedium as they turn away from the stands. They continue to race in 5th and 6th places. Wurlitzer is out wider of the red and white colours of Helion as they turn into the back straight. Tricolore is just back through the field in the pale blue and white. Alpine Mistral and Songkran are the last two. Down the back straight, and Sir Edward Elgar being allowed to put this big long stride to full use, leads by half a length from in second the First King. Pretty Sweet tracks in company with Dahir, 3rd and 4th, just ahead of the red and green colours of Fiero Speed. Racing in 6th place is Remedium with a length back to Helion, who's on the inside of Tricolore, and then towards the outer is Wurlitzer, and still held up is Songkran on the outside of Alpine Mistral. Into the bottom turn they head, and out in leads Edward Elgar, the First King in second. Pretty Sweet will be looking for a way past them, just having to sit and suffer slightly on the inside, as on the outside Dahir tries to move forward, then Remedium as they spin off the home turn. The First King tackles Sir Edward Elgar. Dahir Pretty Sweet still moving well. Fiero Speed in red and green, but imprisoned against the fence and short of room there as the leader just tacked to the left. So out in the lead it's first the First King. Pretty Sweet going up the running rail. Tricolore down the outside with a run as well. Dahir from Tricolore inside Pretty Speed as they make their way towards the line. Pretty Sweet on the inside of Tricolore, but it's Tricolore for Hollie Doyle who's going to win the Hollie Doyle column race. Tricolore beat into second, Pretty Sweet. Fiero Speed definitely didn't get the breaks in third. Then the First King, who was fourth, and Songkran made late progress for fifth.
Tricolore then gives Hollie Doyle that birthday winner, 6-1 for Marco Botti, and a horse that was always going to be well suited by the step up in trip here today and has had an untroubled passage. Came from mid-division, switched out wide and got a lovely run at things out there. Meanwhile, it was a bit tight on the inside for Fiero Speed, who didn't quite get the run of the race as he did here over course and distance last time. And, well, the door was shut by Pretty Sweet, who was just in front of him turning for home. So he's had to make do with third place, and in between them both, Pretty Sweet, no real excuses. I think she was in the right place pretty much at the right time. You could argue perhaps she was a little caught on heels turning for home and needed a bit of racing room, but she was certainly beaten by a horse who had a little bit better acceleration on the day. Tricolore, a winner, a birthday winner for Hollie Doyle.
Oh, well done to Hollie. Oh, not as caught on heels as Fiero Speed. Look at the red and green tanking along here, but we'll talk about him in a moment because this winner has given Hollie that birthday winner, which is great news for her and Marco Botti.
Yeah, I mean, was in a good position, and actually when they concertinaed down to the rail, which scooped Fiero Speed's chance, Hollie was sort of 4 or 5 off him and got a clear run and hit the line going really well. You know, Pretty Sweet ran a race, just wasn't good enough to beat the winner today, but Tricolore is a horse that's come back to a good bit of form and could well win again.
Yeah, look at the red and green of Fiero Speed and on the rail tanking along, and they all bunched up the inside there, and as it happens, the irony is that there is a gap, but all too late now, yeah. Isn't that just always the way?
It always happens. When they concertina down, you think, OK, they're going to stay there. And as soon as you switch back out, they all come back out again. So, look, a very, very, very unlucky horse. Nothing the jockey could do. It was just the way the race developed. Yep,
unlucky there. No joy for William Buick, though he is now 5 behind Oisin Murphy, having won earlier on and 2 more chances to come. But this one was all about Hollie Doyle.